Coming up on the East End.
Look at that.
Can't get better than that.
Wow.
Tour a family-run pumpkin farm filled with North Fork fall favorites. Plus,
just a little piece of Montauk that we're trying to keep the way it was.
From the farm to the fishing boat, we're headed out on an East End charter that's fun for the whole family. From lavish Hamptons hotspots
to local North Fork hidden gems.
Come with us as we explore the people and the places that make up Long Island's East End. Welcome to the East End. I'm Erin Colton.
And I'm Joe Arena.
We've got so much to see this weekend.
And while you're exploring it all with us, don't forget to play along in our East End trivia game. You'll see questions pop up during the show. Scan that QR code, submit your answers, and you might just win some East End swag.
You can explore so many different types of art on Long Island's East End. From painters to potters, we've shared so many artist stories.
Yeah, and today we're doing something a little different. We're working with a creator who paints with glass.
Isabella Rupp uses a flame as her brush, and her canvas knows no limits. Now we're stepping into her world to try glass art for ourselves.
And a little later in the show, we are going to create something that hopefully resembles that, right? Piece of art. But right now, it is pumpkin season on the East End, and at Stakey's family-run farm, what started with 1 acre turned into 2 dozen.
It's not just a season on the East End when fall comes around, it's a tradition. And for Jim Stakey, one that started almost 50 years ago.
I started the pumpkin business in 1976. I was 15 years old. How it kind of happened, we went to my grandmother's every Sunday for dinner. Of course, I'm in the back seat looking at all these people, convinced my father to let me do it. And we had about a ½ an acre of pumpkins. We painted up some signs, sold every pumpkin in the field, and it's just grown since then.
From a half a field to nearly 30 acres today, Jim is a third-generation farmer, but the first in his family to grow pumpkins.
My father was potatoes and cauliflower, of course. Back then, I would have had no idea of what this has turned into, all the great people we see here.
And one of those great people happens to work at the farm when she's not teaching, just up the road in Greenport. That's Jim's daughter, Claire. And that means I had a pretty good guide on how to wrangle one of these gorgeous pumpkins from the patch.
I know it's kind of hard. You might need the stands. You have the perfect pumpkin stands here.
This is this perfect pumpkin stance. All right, good.
Get around it and then kind of wiggle it a little bit.
Okay. Look at that.
Can't get better than that.
Wow.
And along with this hands-on experience, there's much more to enjoy.
You know, you've got a maze, and there's other things for the kids.
Hay rides, there's duck racing, there's face painting, and we have some like little lawn games too, and of course donuts and corn and snacks and everything.
And I'd suggest eating up a bit before heading into the corn maze. Things can get a little turned around in this labyrinth. And this year, you can choose your own adventure.
You could opt for the trivia option, or you could just go through like a regular maze. And the trivia option, you could pick a different type of trivia depending on what you like, and you'll come up to a number. And if you answer the question right, you'll go the right way, wrong, dead end, or really lost.
But try not to hit too many dead ends, because you could end up staying on the farm a while.
Don't wait too long to pick your pumpkin.
While it's the season of scares, Stakey's also knows beauty. And a visit to this family farm provides plenty. A little shopping at their country store, and row after row of colorful mums to vibrant celosia plants.
I mean, it's really pretty. And you have different colors.
It's definitely a different accent for fall.
Yeah.
With your plantings. Mm-hmm. That, cabbage and kale and some mums together, maybe even some pansies.
Ooh, that's a good combo.
Display.
And a perfect one for the fall. But for Jim, the farm itself is just as perfect. And as for the future,
there is no plan. I hope that this land can stay, farmed.
And for now, every day he gets to keep doing what he's doing is something that will never be lost on Jim.
End of the day, I usually take the dogs around on the golf cart, and I get to see the sunsets and beautiful things, and melts my heart seeing that, and I get it every day.
Okay, but did you pick the perfect pumpkin is the question.
I think so. I picked the one that I can carry without hurting my back, so we'll see what happens.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. We are back here at the Hamptons studio of Isabella Rupp. She's a East End glass artist, and you've been working with glass for 25 years, but it was only till recently that you stopped your original career, which is in TV. Why the change?
Well, I had this incredible opportunity to work with this amazing world-renowned glass artist, Narcissus Qualiata, what a name. And he was 80 and at the time, and he handpicked 9 of us to do an intensive 1.5-year critique. And it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I'd been doing glass for 23 years, juggling with TV, and I just said, time to go for it.
So through that whole experience, though, what is it about glass, working with glass, making art with glass that you love the most?
I love that glass is always changing, just like us. And it interacts with light, and so it's never static, just like we're never static. So it's luminous, it's transparent, and it's very alive.
Knowing what you know about us, how do you think we're going to do today?
You're going to do great today. You're going to do great today.
Let's hope.
You will. I know you will. I have no doubt.
The power of positivity.
Right.
Yes. I love that.
Yes.
All right, we are going to get started in just a little bit, but before that, let's head east for a day of fishing and fun.
I idolized the Lazybones since I was a little kid. My dad used to fish on it before it was around. My older brother fished on it. And then when it came time for me to fish and work, it was just a natural step for me.
Mike D'Amelio was 10 years old when he first started working on the Lazybones boat. He is now a co-owner of the fishing charter in Montauk. Many say changed the way people view the activity.
We should use the bellies. And the most important part about fishing here on the Lazybones is having fun. We'll give you a little extra effort to helping you learn how to fish.
The original owner, Mike Vigesi, is still a fixture on the boat and the docks today. He bought the vessel 40 years ago.
I wanted people to come down with their picnic baskets and a bottle of wine and go half-day fishing on the Lazybones. When I bought the boat, we started the half-day business. So we decided we'd nickname the 2 trips. The first trip was the Early Bird, second trip was the Lazybones. Well, everybody came down looking for the Lazybones. Where's the Lazybones? Where's the Lazybones? And we said, why not just name it the Lazybones?
Where are we heading today?
All right, so right now we're just leaving the inlet here. We're gonna head east. We're gonna go down to Montauk Point.
The Lazybones goes out from 8 to 12 and then from 1 to 5 every day, weather permitting.
We pride ourselves in staying in the calmest possible waters while still catching fish.
The charters last until early November. Today, we set out looking to catch some fluke.
You want to hook it through the square side near the top. You want it to flutter in the tide. These Montauk fluke are particular.
Ooh, a double bait.
You're gonna let it all the way down to the bottom. Fast but smooth.
Once everyone had their lines dropped, it wasn't long before we saw some action. Some even caught dogfish, which looks just like a baby shark.
The Lazybones is great for the avid fisherman as well as the family that's never fished before.
This wasn't my maiden voyage on the Lazybones. I took my first ride about 4 years ago, a trip Mike says he remembers well.
You were a tough customer. You had to catch. I remember the look on your face when you caught that fish. You were excited, and you took it home, you cooked it, you did the whole trip.
Not much has changed because I was still determined to make that catch. What if I don't catch anything? I really want to catch something. What's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
The bigger fish I ever caught was I think it's a grouper.
A grouper?
You did it!
I did it! Let's go! Okay. Another fluke.
The customers turned out to be family. That's the best part. The feeling's awesome.
An East End fishing boat that's so much more than just fishing.
The original Captain Mike built this business, and I wanted to keep it alive.
Good day, guys. Great day. High five. High five. We did it.
Nice job.
Good job. Yeah.
It's just a little piece of Montauk that we're trying to keep the way it was, and that unique Montauk experience that I fell in love with, and so many generations have fallen in love with, that are in love with, still to this day.
Can't believe he remembered you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it wasn't so much for a good reason because I was being so competitive, but I wanted that fish.
Yeah, you got that fish. Yeah, all right, still ahead. We are trying our hand at making some glass art. Plus,
Discover your destiny at a Montauk shop that's truly guided by the stars. Welcome back to the East End.
and we are in Southampton today creating art with glass. Isabella Rupp is a former TV writer, producer, director who now does this.
By the end of the show, she is going to help us create a piece that requires hot flames. You don't want to miss that. But before we do that, we head east to a magical Montauk shop that's all about soul and spirit.
I grew up here, so these are my roots.
Born and raised in Montauk, Diane Ferraro always knew she wanted to learn more about everything.
I had some questions about life. I found tarot to be a tool to help me self-reflect, not future predict, but self-reflect.
Now, the owner of Tarot Talk in Montauk, Diane not only offers tarot card readings, but many other ways to learn about your inner self.
I offer astrology readings, which is looking at your natal chart, and it's about where you were born, what time you were born, and we look at the math. I work with the crystals to help ground because it's an earth element. I offer Reiki, which is an energy awareness system that was devised in Japan.
How do you get into something like this? Does this job find you or do you find it?
Well, life found me, and then I had lots of questions about life. So this is a beautiful system. It's 78 cards.
I asked Diane to read my cards. I guess, well, you said relationships is a big thing.
Sure is.
So, why not?
Oh, sure. What would you want to know? The more specific you are, the more specific the answer will be.
Is that person out there?
Six of Wands is victory. And the Queen of Hearts. So she is the card of receptivity in the realm of love. Not only is it coming, it's not just your average relationship, it's archetypal. You're here to change things. You're here to make an impact on this world.
Diane also uses her crystals to read energy.
We're gonna use amethyst today.
I'm not sure there's enough crystals to heal what's inside of this, though.
The good news is we have a shop downstairs just in case we have to buy more of it.
If you want to learn if you are living to your highest potential, Tarot Talk may be able to show you the way.
People just want to be seen and heard. There's medicine in every card.
He's still out there. I love, that was my takeaway of your
I don't know if I believe it, but
Hey.
she said there's still a chance, so
there's hope.
we will hope. Exactly.
All right, we are back in the Hamptons, in Southampton right now, at Isabella Rupp's studio here, and Isabella has been blowing glass and melting glass since 2002 after leaving her career in TV.
Which is incredible. We're going to see the process. So Isabella, you gotta tell us, what's the first step?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is learn how to cut glass.
Okay. Safety first. Glasses are on.
The first thing we do is we score.
We have scored and cut the glass. What's next?
So the next thing is you're going to begin your designs, right?
Okay.
So, Joe, we talked about
Mountains, yeah.
and Erin, beach for you.
Beach.
So we just took all of your wonderful cut pieces and then we added some of these pre-made pieces that I fired before you got here. I make these parts in advance.
That's great.
So
And they have texture to them, you can tell.
they
They're
do.
really cool.
So instead of us taking glass right from the factory, which is what you were cutting,
Right.
I take all this factory glass and I make all of these parts.
It's incredible.
And
Gorgeous.
then you can design from them
Yeah.
and make your own glass paintings.
All right.
So you
just
want us to
pick-
dig in here?
I want you
and
to
then-
dig in and pick the
Okay.
parts that you love and
All
fit
right.
them in where you want them
All
and
right.
imagine them.
now we're going to just kind of spruce it up a little bit with what you call stringers.
Exactly.
What is it?
This is like spaghetti.
It's glass,
like,
that thing, wow.
Yep, and this is different thicknesses. So this is 1 millimeter thickness. And instead of this being straight, you're gonna bend it to make like your simulation of some sun rays.
Next is something called frit, which I've never heard of before.
I know,
What
it's
is
a
it?
funny word.
It
is ground colored glass. Oh. So the idea here is we're going to fill the empty spaces with the colored frit.
All right, well, while we're finishing up our masterpieces here,
We want to bring you back to an East End shop that is filling up stomachs and hearts. Aki's Kitchen blossomed after its debut on the East End show. Take a look.
My name is Aki Goldberg. I was featured last year on the East End show. My business name is Aki's Kitchen, and I'm located in the heart of Westhampton Beach. I specialize in soups, salads, and some sweets. Everything done by me. I take pride in sourcing locally, making small batches of especially gluten and dairy-free soups. Everything is done fresh, everything is done weekly. I opened the business on a very small scale in 2019. I am from Belgium. We eat a lot of soup in Belgium. My father always said that a meal without a soup is not a complete meal.
Fresh. And you added no salt to this.
No. To see my business spotlighted through the East End show was overwhelmingly exciting, successful. It exposes people that maybe would never have a possibility to be exposed on that kind of scale. My parents, both of them were Holocaust survivors. My mother had more of an Anne Frank story. The piece that told my story and my family's story, I'm about to get emotional, really touched me deeply because it was more than just the business. It really highlighted something that is deep and personal. The show has definitely an impact on the sales. People want to come and see you, people reach out and they come, so they buy. You gain a lot of new clients. Having the East End show and knowing how much people watch it and people get inspired and they come out and they look for you, to our customers and the show, I mean, really thank you in caps. It means a lot.
We're just so thankful we get to introduce these places to you and what makes the East End the East End.
yeah, and a lot of these people are now our friends, which is even better.
Yep.
We are done with our masterpieces, kind of. We've got one more step. We've got to stick them in the kiln.
And we're going to show you what they look like after the break.
Fall is such a beautiful time to explore Long Island's East End, and the perfect way to unwind after a day of fall festivities is here at Peconic Bay Vineyards in Cutchogue. As the leaves turn and harvest season arrives, Peconic Bay Vineyards comes alive as the grapes are picked off the vines and transformed into perfection.
As the weather cools down, we start to notice that people go a little more for the reds, some of the light reds. They still like the aromatic whites. We have some interesting varieties that not a lot of people have. Albarino, Chenin Blanc, Pinot Blanc, Muscat Attanel. So it's fun and interesting for the customers to try different wines. And we have gas-fired pits here, so people like to sit around and stay warm.
Pair your tasting with fresh seasonal light bites like their artisanal cheese boards and charcuterie. All the small plates are designed to complement the wines perfectly. Fresh local oysters are a highlight of the season, available on weekends. Beyond the vineyard lawn, the elegant indoor tasting room offers a warm, welcoming space to enjoy wine flights when the weather gets cooler. Peconic Bay Vineyard is also a stunning venue for private events, whether it's a wedding or dinner party in the barn, or just a gathering with friends by the outdoor fire pits. They also have year-round programs, making it a destination any time of year. There's no better place to unwind than in the vines with good wine. Reservations can be made on their website, or walk-ins are first come, first serve. For Discover Long Island, I'm Brianna McEnroe.
All right, thanks to Brianna and Discover Long Island for that. And we are wrapping up a great day here at the studio of Isabella Rupp. You have shown us the art of melting glass, turning it into art. So how did we do?
You and Erin were amazing.
Really?
I gotta tell you.
I felt very creative, I have
like
to
the
say.
cutting. The cutting was good.
Yeah, the colors, everything,
yeah.
and look at the final product.
not bad.
You were
pretty
both
good, right?
so natural.
If people love your work, which I'm sure they will, it's beautiful, how can they see it? How can they order it? How can they get it?
They can go to my website, which is my name, isabellarupp.com, and just send me an email, and we can set up a studio visit.
People can create something with you. That's what's so fun about it. They can tell you an idea and you can kind of run with it.
Absolutely. I do commissions for outdoor panels, sculpture, and indoor work.
And you're also a big help to first-timers like us, just trying to get through the woods here. So that was...
You guys were naturals.
And time now to check your answers in our East End Trivia game. If you've been playing along, scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. It'll take you to our website where you can submit your answers for the chance to win some East End swag.
You'll also find more information on our website about all the places that we've explored in this episode.
And while you're there, let us know about your favorite places to visit on the East End, from the lavish to the local.
Because it just may be our next adventure. See you next time.